Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
A lot going on over there. I already know. I already know. How was your week this week? Gotcha. Guys, welcome to the Size Up. I'm your host, Faith, and got my co-host with me, Wendy. We are here to run through these topics for the week. A lot has happened in the last week, Lord Jesus. We're gonna get through it today. Um, we had another shooting here in Memphis, and we're gonna talk about that a little later on. At one of the schools here. Like I said, we're gonna get into that a little later on. But first, let's get our shine on. These stories, when we do shine, we want to give people their flowers, but we also want to talk about things that are affecting us, that are good for us as a community and as a whole. And the very first story that I'm going to touch on is Bruce's Beach. If you're not familiar with Bruce's Beach, it is a beachfront property that was taken from a black family, the Bruce family, in the 1920s in California. Of course, it was a race thing, um, but nothing was done with it until 1949 until the state overtook the property. So, what the governor of California did was gave the property back to the family. So, no, back in the day, a lot of black farmers lost their land. A lot of us lost our land, massacres and the such. And they used an eminent domain law so that these black people could not succeed because they had a beach resort for black people. It was run by black people. It allowed black people to come to the resort and stay. So now, hopefully and prayerfully, the family uh, getting this land back, and these are the descendants, of course, of the Bruce family that are receiving the property back. But I'm hoping and praying that they will be able to do this and create generational wealth for the remainder of the family for generations going down over time. So I hope this is a precedent for properties and things that were taken from you know previous properties that were taken from black families and black people who were literally simply trying to make it and do a little something for themselves. Uh, huh? Okay. So yeah, so that's where we are with that. I'm hoping and praying that it does set a precedent and that people are able to move forward and get their properties and their lands back. It's a lot of I think about the black farmers the most because we're in the South where there are a lot of black farmers. I work for the Black Farmers Association here in Tennessee, where they were helping them file suit to get money to get, for land that was stolen from them or taken from them, and money that they did not receive to be successful farmers. That lawsuit has been ongoing with the USDA for many years now, and that just brings me back to that. So the hope and the prayer is that this sets a precedent and people are able to get what belongs to them back. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, the New York public school system, they will be, hold on. They are going to implement Black Studies program into the curriculum for all students grades K through 12. So I'm super excited about that. This is some of the city council members introducing the plan. I'm grateful that New York is taking a stand on this because, as you know, there are some governors in the South that have signed into law that they were going to take what little Black history was taught in the classrooms out of the classrooms. I think it was Texas, and I have a feeling Alabama. I could be very, very wrong, but I know Texas to be sure because Abby been cutting up, and I need him. I need them to get him on out of there. So I'm very grateful for them taking this initiative. I pray that other states will follow. We learn about others' history. They break over slavery. They break over the civil rights movement. They don't really have it, and it's not really embedded in our curriculum like it should be, because I feel like a lot of our kids will know. My dad used to say all the time, if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going. And so I feel like that's a huge thing for the kids to absolutely positively know where they are coming from. So that's where I am with that. Hold on for 1 second.
Ways that it was done. It was all about Phoenix's offense. In game 2 here, in game 3, their defense has been stepped up, limiting goals.
So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize my phone turned the ringer off. Okay, so yeah, so grateful for this. I'm hope to see great things from this happening. And again, I want people to follow suit. All right, Kelly Price update. So last week we talked about how Kelly Price, her family reported her missing. It was really a sister that she doesn't have the greatest relationship with, and her youngest daughter, who is almost 30 years old, 27 years old. They put out an APB saying that Kelly Price is missing. Well, we found out that the reason behind this was because they don't like her boyfriend. That's really what it stems down to, or comes down to. Well, we found out that Kelly Price had COVID. Kelly said that she coded out, like she died, and they had to revive her. So she just wanted a break. People were showing up to her house. Folks was knocking on her door, like literally coming to check on Kelly Price, like they know Kelly Price. You don't know her. She's an entertainer. Stop knocking on this girl's door. So what she did was she went to an undisclosed location so that she could get some rest and she could recover, because that's a lot to go through. And emotionally, you got to be going through something that you don't code it out. So I want to continue to pray for Kelly Price. Make sure you guys keep her lifted up in prayer. But yeah, I really feel like that was not cool. Nikki Gilbert was another person that I was side-eyeing, because while she was talking about how she had talked to Kelly, she was also promoting her new album. Like, girl, this is not the time to be promoting your album. So it was just a lot going on that I thought was not cool, that was not good. Could have been handled a little differently. So again, praying for Kelly Price. That's all. And I really wish she had at least called her daughter, so her daughter wouldn't have been, pulled into the drama. But the drama really stemmed from the sister. That's where the drama really stemmed from. So prayers. I hope she recovers well. I want to see some more music from you, Kelly. Get better soon. Get better soon. All right, here we go. We got some reality this week. This week was a lot. Okay. First of all, we get the announcement that Smithy is not returning for season 14. She's been on the show for 11 years. And she just decided to walk away. Now, let me say this. The walk away, I think I was side-eyed, because I don't think that was her decision. I don't think she got fired, but I think they were offering her too little money, is what I believe. What you think, Wendy?
Or either that and being friend to the show.
That's what I'm saying. They were going to cut your salary and make you friend to the show. And I really think that's what happened. And Cynthia was like, so what I'm not about to do is be like Latoya Ali out here showing my whole behind on the thing just to get some screen time. She was not gonna do that. And rightfully so. I think Cynthia has outstayed or outworn her welcome. I don't care to see any more from Cynthia. I think she's a beautiful woman. I like her. She's just as far as TV, I don't care to see that anymore. I just don't. I'm good. Nope. And since Peter has been gone, you ain't really had no real drama in your life, not for real. Besides the COVID with me. Other than that, that's it. So Cynthia gone bye. Then a day or two later, our girl Portia made her announcement to step away from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they could get Portia's money right. I don't think Portia had a problem with the Simon storyline. Everybody says she didn't want the girls coming for her for Simon. I don't think Portia would have had a problem with the Simon storyline. I think the problem would have herein lied with the amount of money that they were offering old Portia to do what she do. Because Portia, I don't think has a problem with sharing any portion of her life. We know all her business seem like. So I think
Mm-hmm.
y'all just didn't offer her enough money. Those are my thoughts.
No, I think that is that and I think they offered her enough money because her storyline would have been juicy with the Simon and the Simon engagement and stuff like that. I don't think she just wanted to be dragged. And Kenya was going to drag her.
I think Kenya was going to drag her, but they were going through salary negotiations as well. Much like with Nene, they were going through salary negotiations. This is what I feel like would have happened. This is just my thought process. I don't mind sharing my story. I don't have time to be going back and forth with Kenya about yet another thing in my life. I don't think she would have had a problem with any of the other ladies. I think she would have had a problem with Kenya. But she and Kenya were always going to have problems. So I don't think that was the issue. I think the issue was, if I'm going to go through this mess with this girl and whoever else got something to say about it, I need more money. That's really what I think it boils down to. Because let's also talk about this. How about Kenya Moore was given an ultimatum for going to Dancing with the Stars? Now, this is what Nene was talking about. A lot of people felt like Nene was talking about her, and she probably was kind of talking about her, but I also think she was talking about the overall differences that they played. So Kenya signed on to do Dancing with the Stars. She let Bravo know ahead of time, hey, I'm doing Dancing with the Stars. She was clear to do Dancing with the Stars. Many housewives have done Dancing with the Stars.
Nene being the first one. Then
Nene
Lisa. Well, no. Lisa Vanderpump was the first.
Vanderpump was the first. Then Nene.
And then Nene. And then Kim Zolciak.
Right.
And Kim Fields, I believe.
It was some more. It was some more after that because they named like 6 or 7 other housewives have done Dancing with the Stars. So one of them even got to record Dancing with the Stars during their season of Real Housewives. I can't remember which one it was.
Lisa
Vanderpump. Okay. They got to record that. Somewhere in around down the river, woods, or wherever you want to go. They started giving Kenya ultimatums. And then they made a decision because at first they were like threatening for her not to shoot the show, which y'all ain't started shooting the show yet. So I don't even know why this is an issue. But if Kenya makes it further under competition and they start shooting in like November, that might present a problem. Get it? The day she not shooting Dancing with the Stars, let her come home and shoot what she do. Here is the kicker that got me. They said they would not shoot Kenya on Dancing with the Stars while she was shooting Real Housewives of Atlanta. I thought that was not cool. And I'm not a Kenya Moore hair care fan. I'm not. I'm just not. However, I thought that was very wrong. And I thought that showed very, 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 very clear lines between a black housewife and a white housewife. It's just my thought process. It's just how I feel about it. Bravo, y'all been shady. For many years, y'all have been shady. There's been a difference in the White Housewives and the Black Housewives. It just has. And this is a clear example of making differences. Now, if it's a contractual issue, I wish they would say that, because I also know that Bravo, and they've always had a contract with NBC Universal. So I also don't understand. Maybe it's because it's on ABC. I don't know. But you were able to get around that when the white woman was on there on Dancing with the Stars. So I'm just trying to get some clarity, and they need to. I feel like they should address it. Now I think because Kim Moore needs this good old check, because she might have to pay some spouse support real soon, that she gonna still go along with whatever Bravo tell her to go along. But that's where we are with that. So we do know of one new housewife cast member, which is going to be, we talked about her last week, the track runner, Sasha. But then we have a new one of Akon's wives. Now keep in mind, Akon is from Africa, and he got several wives. Like, he ain't just got one. He practices whatever they practice over yonder. That's what he practices. So it's a rumor that that girl is also going to be on the Real Housewives, along with Sheree coming back. I heard there's still some rumors about Phaedra. So I don't know. I don't know how this going to work itself out. Andy said Portia taking a pause and Portia going to be back. We'll see. Portia also hinting at some other things coming out that she's going to be a part of television-wise. So I'm interested in seeing that, because she did make a move earlier this year and signed with one of the major agents, talent agents in the country. So maybe they got her some more things. I'm not sure. We shall see. But big old cash makeup. I'm interested in seeing how 6-14 is going to shake out.
The ratings is going to drop.
Probably so. They're probably gonna have to crawl back to old Nene, and Nene probably gonna be like, baby, I'm good. Speaking of Nene, she shared on Instagram this past week her last moments with Greg. How he told her he wanted her to live her life to the fullest. To keep moving on, keep living, don't stop because I'm gone. She talked about how terribly she misses Greg, and that she, every day is, it's a different day. I know I saw her Instagram post a couple of weeks ago where she said she actually she said she hadn't gone to the beauty shop in so very, very long. And because she always has her people come to her at her house. She said, I went to the beauty shop, and she said it was so therapeutic because she got to be around other women and talk to them. And she said it was just refreshing for her. So she sat in the chair. She said, I hadn't done it in so many years. I'm continually, praying for her, because I know this is really, really hard for her, everything that she's going through. I heard that she did put the house on the market. I think it's selling. She put it on for sale for $4 million. Because I know that's hard to have to continue to go back to that house every day, knowing that that's where your husband passed, knowing that that's where you and your husband shared your lives together. I know that that's hard. So I'm continuing to pray for her. I know she's pushing through the best way she knows how, and I know it's hard. But that's my girl. That's Nene Leakes. I told y'all, wrong, right, or indifferent. That's my girl. And I'm going to continue to pray for her. Nevertheless, continue to pray. So let's keep her lifted up. All right. We're gonna delve into this a little bit more tomorrow. But I had to make this announcement. Now, I'm not done watching all the episodes because I'm behind. Well, no, I'm not that behind. I got like a couple of episodes left before the finale. However, Xavier Prather won Big Brother, making him the first African American player to win Big Brother in the history of Big Brother. Tiffany Mitchell, who was the mastermind behind
the strategy
behind the cookout, she got the $50,000 fan favorite prize. I think, is that what that was called? So I'm super excited. The people didn't catch on until after the fact, poor children. They didn't know what hit them. I was super excited because 6 black people, and they didn't always get along. They came together for a simple single purpose. Now I don't know how they gonna be able to pull this off again, if ever. But they
No.
got, and I was super excited. For all of you people who talked about the folk being racist, whatever. It is what it is. So I'm super glad, super excited for both of them. I have to go back and watch everything. My mama was trying to watch the finale.
Um, the one thing I can say is this: Big D, he, Lord Jesus, when you see this, you're gonna be like, you know what? You need to shut the hell up,
Yeah, I ain't been feeling Big D. I
because
really haven't
he
for a very long time in
because
this series.
what they do for the final two, the jury, and it used to be a juror of 7, but it was a juror of 9. They ask questions. And
Uh-huh.
so Big D act like he did start the cookout. I'm gonna give him that. He did, try to, he did say, we need to come together. But I think every black person at that moment said, look, I'm not gonna be responsible for another black person going home. And then it came together. But the way he was talking, that he put it together, he
He
kept it
didn't put
together.
together that plan. Tiffany put that plan together.
The plan together, yes, the plan. But originally the cookout started with Big D. I'm
Right,
gonna
and
say
I get
that.
that. I understand
In
that.
the
Him,
in the
him and Tiffany
strategy,
were
but the
talking. I
strategy
remember
was
that.
all Tiffany
Yeah,
and Tiffany alone. But the way he was talking,
he came up with everything.
it was all him.
His he annoyed the crap out of me. He
And
annoyed
I was
me
like,
so. I just was so
and
over
I
him.
kind of wish that Xavier would have thrown that last HOH because he was gonna be in the final two. Because Ozzy said that she was gonna take him along the for the final two.
He said, "Say that one more time."
I said I kind of wish that not Big D, Xavier would have thrown the competition, the last final one, between him and Ozzy, because Ozzy told him, look, if it's between me and you and I win, I'm gonna take you with me. But he ended up winning, and he just picked Big D. But Big D,
He just annoyed the crap, and he literally is the equivalent of I'm gonna fly under the radar till I can't fly under the radar no more.
well, him and Ozzy were really floaters. That's what they call floaters. In
Yeah,
true Big Brother history, if you really clearly didn't have a side and you just remain in the middle, you was known as a floater. And so, but like I said again, their cause was much bigger than their own personal gain. But once they started, once they got everybody out, and hold on, you saw the week where Alyssa was like, if Claire goes home, everybody in here is gonna be a minority, and they was acting like, what? Really?
oh
And
my
then in
God, we didn't think of
confessional,
that.
they was like, we are that's the plan. It was just hilarious. I know she's gonna be like, really? But
It was
yeah.
interesting, let me say that. But I'm glad Xavier won. I would not have wanted Aja or Big D to win. Definitely didn't want that to happen. Um, so I'm glad it would have been either Tiffany or Xavier for me. I didn't like Kylan. I ain't got to the Kylan blow up yet. I think that's gonna be in the next episode. Haven't gotten there yet. But I would not have wanted Kylan to win.
No.
Um, I would have been okay even with Hannah, but I didn't think Hannah was gonna make it to the end. She was really good though. Hannah was good. She dealt with things unemotionally. And when they brought that up, I was like, she showed no emotion at all. She just been playing this game
I
and
think
flying
that's
under the
the
radar.
Indian side of her.
Huh?
I think that's the Indian side of her.
Probably is, because she was not really at all. But she was very blindsided. And Aja, I don't know why Aja thought that man had her back like that. I don't know why she thought that. Kylan is no, he's not, girl. He's gonna vote to save Xavier. The guys are working together, man. He ain't gonna do what you tell him to do because he ain't studying you, not for real. So, but like I said, we'll delve into it a little bit more tomorrow. I can't wait to talk about it. But Big Brother made history, and I'm super, super excited. The winner of the circle is
We're gonna talk more about this tomorrow, right?
Huh? Yeah,
we're
we'll talk about this tomorrow too. But I was super excited about this as well. Black people winning all over, and I'm for it.
But isn't he like the first one? Because it's only been 3. So isn't he like the first one that wasn't in the main 6?
Yeah.
That won the winner of the circle?
He was the first one that wasn't in the main, who came in. And he's a comedian. So he's very likable off the top.
Yeah, me cracking up though.
He was hilarious. And he wants to get married to his girlfriend. They've been together for a long time. So he got money to get that started. I don't know why either. I don't know why. But he's younger than we are. So he ain't got the same thought process we got. But he said he's gonna definitely propose and they're definitely getting married. So I can't wait. He's a comedian too. They don't really make much money starting out. You know, you got the crowd before you become Kevin Hart and them. I'm just saying. So he ain't got no multi-million-dollar deals yet. But
well, he got 100,000 minus the taxes. Minus the taxes.
Yeah. All right. So R. Kelly guilty.
Guilty.
Racketeering and sex trafficking. We're gonna talk about this because I was having a debate with one of my friends.
You can talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it.
Why?
I too much don't care. I'm sorry.
You don't care?
Mm-mm.
I mean, let me say this. I'm sorry, I'm eating. I'm hungry. I think this is my issue with this. Because a lot of people are saying, what about this person? What about that person? This person is that person there. And then there were other players that allowed for him to do this for so long. And I get that. And I understand that. Totally 100% get all of that. Do I believe other people should go to jail behind this? Absolutely. But he still should go to jail. Like 100% go to jail. We were talking and I was like, well, I was really done with him when I was in undergrad, but you know, my friend was like, well, no, you wasn't, because he wrote for a lot of people. And I was like, you're right, he did. I said, well, knowingly, to my knowledge, because I was not yet the music geek that I am today, to where I know who wrote what for who and all that stuff. Now, who produced and all that stuff. I know that stuff now. But as a young person in college, I didn't know who wrote what for who all the time. So I didn't know all of the songs R. Kelly had wrote and produced for other people. But I was through with R. Kelly at that point. And yeah, I did. We're guilty. All of us were guilty up to a certain point because we kept supporting his music, kept buying it. We listening to it. We're going to the concerts, the whole 9. But he's guilty. Now, the racketeering thing, let me say that I don't agree with the charge. Reason why I don't agree with the charge is because I don't think he used his music career to as a sex trafficking ring. I think because of his music career that he was able to and allowed to do this thing. And let me also say this: parents are complicit in this as well. I'm gonna say this, and somebody might be mad at me, and that's fine. Aaliyah's parents are complicit in this as well. Every little girl that was sent to R. Kelly by themselves without mama or daddy or a legal guardian to be there with them to work on music were complicit. Her uncle too, Barry, he was complicit as well. You don't leave no teenager out there by themselves. Like, it's just, that's not something that you do. That ain't what you do. And so Parents, y'all have to look in the mirror at yourself and think, what could I have done differently? Let me not have sent my child down here for no music, anything. You're at fault as well. Period. Period. So, um, R. Kelly deserves to go to jail. I don't care. Yeah, they might be the wrong charges, but he definitely deserves to go to the clanker. He's not done being charged either. This was just the first case. This is in New York. I hear he has one in Minnesota and one in Illinois. So I'm sure that he's gonna be found guilty of those. So he is not getting out of jail anytime soon. Period. He's not. He's gonna be in jail. Point blank in the period. I hope they keep him away from the general population because I heard when he first got in jail, they was giving him the business. Um, so I just want you guys to just think about that. We debating and arguing. If you decide to continue to listen to R. Kelly's music, by all means, he needs it because he a negative $2 million in the hole. That's his net worth. So make it happen. Do what you feel you must. But he was wrong for what he did. Period. A teenage girl is not an adult. Even at the age 18 to 19, you're not a full grown adult. You haven't lived life. You have not. So, however y'all want to shake that up, by all means, shake it up. But I'm pretty done. Wendy Williams is not yet ready to return. Her date has been pushed back again to October the 18th. It was October the 4th. They're saying that she has health problems. At first, it was COVID. They thought it was something to do with her Graves' disease. None of those are the case. I'm hearing rumors of Nick Cannon got a new daytime talk show. They're thinking about replacing.
It's on ABC, so.
Yeah, so I don't know how that would work or how that would shake out. That didn't make sense to me either. But Wendy's not on Fox on all the networks either. Like they show her shows like on ABC in certain places. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We shall see. But I hope she gets better. I personally think after the trauma of everything that went down with her divorce and
losing her
mom dying, I really honestly think that she needs to like take some time for herself, like some real time. But on the flip side, I also know that she has a staff to support and people that are dependent on her for a job, so she has that to deal with. I say get guest hosts. When she had to take off before, they had guest hosts come in and just sit in her chair until she got back. And I would like to think that would be an option for them, and not just take a show away completely from her and give it to somebody else. I think she should have the ability to get better and get well, and so she can get back to work. So praying for Wendy. Baby, listen here. Lizzo gave a TED talk about twerking and the history of twerking and how twerking enabled her to love herself. It was very interesting. She talked about how the origins of twerking and dance comes from like the West African culture. She went through all of that. She broke all of that down. I was literally here for it. A TED talk about twerking. I'm here for it. It's amazing what certain things can do for certain people and to give them the confidence to do. And of course, we all know Lizzo's a big girl. And a lot of people, trash her all over social media. They come for her constantly. I love Lizzo. I absolutely love her. I love her confidence as a big girl. It's no different than when Monique, Monique was very confident being the size that she was when she first came out. And there's some other women that have that confidence, being a bigger person. But I think that whatever healthy thing that you can do to make you a more confident person, I think it's really, really good. And I'm glad that she was able to find that confidence through dance. She could dance. She's probably in the band. I don't know what school she went to because she played the flute all her life. So she's probably like in the HBCU band. They had the twerk and dance and all that stuff on the marching field. So there's no telling. I don't know her background as far as that's concerned, but I feel like, that was a really, really good thing. A lot of people don't realize that we known about twerking for many, many years. They didn't came out, ooh, twerking. Yeah, we've been doing it for forever, honey. Where you been? So I'm glad she was able to share that and share that little tidbit of information. I thought it was funny. Y'all can go check it out. It's online. It's hilarious. So I loved it. I enjoyed it. Listen here, Dollar Tree. Your name is Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is going to start selling items over $1. I don't know how I feel about this. I was able to go get things out of the Dollar Tree for $1 a pop and not spend half as much that I was spending at Walmart or any other store. And now you're telling me you finna go up on these prices. Now I know due to COVID, a lot of prices are rising. Gas. I was in the Kroger the other night, and the meat prices are ridiculous. They are straight up ridiculous, and we have no stock. So I think they're doing this for this business model because maybe they're losing money. I'm not sure. I would not think that a dollar store would be losing money. That's just my thought process personally. I decorate and do things for events and weddings and that sort of thing. And Dollar Tree is always my saving grace. If I don't have something and I need something to put together, I don't. Yeah, I don't agree with this. I don't like it.
Let me say this. I be seeing on TikTok DIY projects from TikTok,
Yeah.
and they be getting the stuff from Dollar Tree. Their Dollar Tree is fully stocked, nicely organized. Where the hell is these Dollar Trees at? Because the
Not
ones in
in Memphis,
Memphis, it's chaotic.
Tennessee. Not in Memphis,
It's
Tennessee.
chaotic. You can't find stuff. Everything is
Not in Memphis,
everywhere.
Tennessee.
And I'm like, where are these? I'm gonna have to share a video to show how these Dollar Trees be looking. I'm like, really? And I go in the Dollar Tree, can't find Jack because everything is everywhere. But you got boxes everywhere. Y'all need a day, even if it's like a Sunday.
We
Close them
okay. Chick-fil-A
doors,
closed on Sundays. Look.
close them doors, and get the stocking. That's all I gotta say.
I think it depends on where you are though. I really do. The one that they have is one in Germantown.
All of them,
You been to the one in Germantown?
even the white. Yep, even Germantown.
Oh,
Their
okay.
their stores be chaotic too.
Interesting. Okay.
I
Well, I
thought of
know,
that.
huh?
I thought of that. I thought of that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had gone to the one in Germantown or not. I know the ones in Cordova and Bartlett and it's the same on some. And I don't know if it's because they're understaffed or what the situation is, but whatever it is, y'all need to get it together because yes, it is chaos. That's how I feel about Burlington Coat Factory. Burlington is a mess. My head hurts every time I walk through them doors at Burlington because they don't have anybody to put the stuff back when people go through the stuff. It's a mess. You can't ever find anything. It's just a chaotic mess.
Because it's no longer Burlington Coat Factory. It's just Burlington. They need to go back to Burlington Coat Factories and just sell coats.
Well, Burlington Coat Factory, whatever you are, my head hurts every time I walk in there because I can't never find nothing. Get out, period. All right. Keisha Knight Pulliam marries actor Brad James. I remember when they got engaged. They
Mhm.
did get married on yesterday. Nice little ceremony. Um, I'm glad. I hope does not end badly for her. I hope everything works out because we saw the last
I-
time she got married.
I'm sure it's not because I'm sure he's totally different from
I pray to God.
Ed.
Well, he seems
Ed
to be a pretty solid guy. Let me
Cartel.
say that. But you never know what happens behind the scenes. But he
That's
seems to
true.
be a pretty solid guy. I've seen him acting quite a bit of things on the television. Um, really good actor. She's doing her thing. I guess they back on the pains on BET. Um, but I'm super excited for. I'm happy for her because I think all she ever genuinely wanted was to be happy. So
She will always be Rudy to me. I'm sorry.
right, her daughter looks just like her. Oh my god, she is
Hmm.
adorable, just the cutest.
Congratulations.
Right. All right. So there was a school shooting here in Memphis, Cummins Elementary and Middle School. Two middle schoolers.
You know what? I did not even know Cummins had a 6 through 8.
I didn't know either. I just thought it was
Cause,
elementary.
'cause when they said elementary, I'm like, what elementary kid? And then when
Oh,
they
you'd
said
be
it was
surprised, child.
13, and then when they said 13, I'm like, well, damn, how dumb are you to be still in elementary in the third and being 13 years old?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, excuse my language.
Mm-hmm. No. Uh, so this is what happened. The young boy who pulled the trigger was actually being bullied by the boy who got shot. He was getting beat up every day in the morning before school. My question is, where are the grown people? I'm not sure. There's not a report that he went and told anybody, but somebody knew what was going on because that's the story that came out this week in the news. Um, they do not, and I'm gonna repeat, they do not deal with the bullying situation. It depends on what school you are at. Cummins is a school in the inner city. They don't. What going on? Don't nobody care. You got jump. That's the attitude. They don't
Mm-hmm.
care. They're not gonna deal with it until this situation or something like this happens and takes place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we need to teach our kids leave folk alone. Leave
Mm.
people alone.
Not only that, but we need to also teach our folks fight with hands and not with guns or
Well,
weapons.
let me say this though. He was being bullied
Mhm.
by the person he shot. That little boy was beating him up every day. Explain to me what I'm gonna do. I don't know what else to do. I'm telling everybody this man is messing with me and bothering me. He won't stop. So, and I'm not saying he was right for going to get the gun. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you teach a kid to fight with hands, and everybody can't fight. Folk don't have hands like that. Real talk, they don't. So he did not know anything else to do because all the grown people around him did nothing. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Nobody did anything. So because nobody did anything, well, what else I'm gonna do? The only way I know how to handle this is go get a gun and go shoot you, and then maybe you'll leave me the hell alone, and you know I'm crazy. My back is up against the wall.
Now he's in juvenile detention.
They got him in juvenile detention. From my understanding, I heard that they were going to change his charges because they charged him for attempted murder.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I hear, they are changing those charges because they're learning the details of what has taken place and has transpired. So I'm hoping and praying
Mm-hmm.
they lessen those charges. And the boy who got shot needs to be dealt with too. Because how are you constantly beating up this child every day? The other thing that pissed me off about this situation is there was a shooting in the school. It wasn't outside the school, it was inside the school. Y'all had the school open the next damn day.
Mm-hmm. And mind you, Kroger's still closed in Collierville.
The white schools that get shot up or somebody that got shot at the school, they closed the school down. Why Shelby County schools did y'all allow for this school to be open?
And I believe only like 30-something kids showed up that day.
Yes, 43, I think. Only showed up to the school. Because as a parent, my kid ain't going. Where he going? No, that was a shooting at your school. You were on lockdown. Nope.
Soulsville was on lockdown because I got the message.
Absolutely. Because my friend that I was on the phone with before we started, her baby goes to Soulsville. On lockdown.
I had to really go through alternative ways just to get, because I go down that street to get to Soulsville.
Yep.
They had it all the way blocked. It was very chaotic.
It was. But they should not have opened that school back up the next day. It shouldn't have been open. Those babies should have been able to be at the house. School counselors or whatever can be available. That's fine and it's cool. That was not the way to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
They should not have gone back to school. I'm sorry. They shouldn't have. I'm praying for both families. I hope that they do not charge this baby with attempted murder for real. I hope that they change that situation and those charges. So it won't be, I'm not for violence at all, but I'm also for things that make sense. And this whole thing did not make sense at all, period. All right, so I think we about to go into lockdown again. It seems like every time before tax season, the government decides they want to have a disagreement and say, you know what? If we can't come up with an agreement, can't nobody get paid. According to sources, the government could very well run out of money by October the 18th, which will cut money for Social Security, military, things of that nature. Because they're fighting over things that they want to get pushed through into law. That's basically what it is. It ain't for nothing else, but I want to make sure what I want gets pushed through. Republican, Democrat, we fight. And typically this seems to be the case each and every time. I want my laws get. Now I agree with the student loan thing. By all means, can you go on and knock that 10 grand off my student loans? Can you do that? It would help a little bit, but it'll help. Go on and knock that out. Please go on and get rid of my student loans. I just think that it's crazy that only a certain amount of people gonna get their student loans wiped out, and I can't get my student loans wiped out. Like, I don't appreciate that. I'm just saying, let's put it out there. Get rid of my loans. But yeah, they're going through it now. I'm hoping and praying that they can keep good.
Okay. I'm still just kind of baffled here about, number one, how we in all this debt. Number one, I'm baffled. And two, how we run out of money. If you taking taxes out of people's checks for this purpose, how are we running out of money?
We pay taxes on food and damn near everything that we buy.
Our jobs take out Medicare tax,
and Social
Security tax.
Yep.
Even if I'm exempt, guess what? I'm still getting taken out the Medicare and the Social Security.
Absolutely.
I'm not understanding. Both Democrats and Republicans, in those offices, the officials, Democrats, Republicans, y'all need to get it together. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm. Together. All righty. Child. First of all, Will Smith, I love you. Don't you ever take no picture without a mustache again. This looks really crazy. I don't like it. Secondly, Will spilled his beans.
Well, he's okay. Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Okay, go ahead.
I'm used to him in this whole goatee situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. If you gonna get rid of this, get rid of it all, or I need the goatee. I don't need. Well, I'm gonna shave my mustache. No, 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 no. I need that whole situation. It looks funny.
The third picture, he reminds me of my grandfather sitting like that.
Well, I mean, he is 53 years old. He getting up there. So before we get here, because I didn't do a picture of Jada, let's start with Red Table Talk when Jada was celebrating her birthday, her 50th birthday. They had Tony Braxton come out and sing to her. People were wishing her a happy birthday. And I can't remember who it was asked, well, what do you really want for your birthday? And she said, I really want to know how to love. Y'all panties got in a bunch. The underwire from your bras was poking you in your side. Because y'all were upset that Jada said she wants to know how to genuinely and truly love. And y'all was upset. Not to mention that Will's birthday came up. And for his birthday, everybody is sending him shout out birthday messages. And y'all decided to point out the fact that Jada didn't say nothing on the man's social media page. Now here's my thing. Let me say this. If I stay at the house with you and I done told you happy birthday, I probably got you a birthday gift. I am not posting it on social media. We at the house together. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things we get upset about, I'm not okay with what we get upset about. So there's that. But Will decided to spill a little bit more tea in this GQ article. He talked about his worst movie, which was Wild Wild West. He said it's a thorn in his side, and he knew it was bad. I actually like Wild Wild West. It was bad, but I liked it because Will Smith was in it. He didn't like it. A lot of people think it's awful. That's fine. He talked about advice that Denzel gave him was like, your 50s should be your effing 50s. It should just be whatever. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna be whatever. I'm gonna do what I need to do. But he also talked about the relationship that he and Jada had. Of course, for many years, we've speculated that they have had an open relationship. We've speculated it, but they've never confirmed it. We first got musings of the confirmation with the August Alsina situation. Okay. And my thought process behind that was, Jada girl, why you ain't get no NDA? That was my whole thing. If I'm rich and I'm out here dipping it and doing it like that, best believe we get NDAs. So if you open your mouth about my business over here, that's what it is. Now, let me also say this. A lot of people were saying that Will was crying, he was upset, he was hurt, he was mad that he had to do the Red Table Talk. Actually, Will was tired, and he talked about that also in the article. He said he was really, really tired. They shot that like in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he looked cute because he did look like he was going through some stuff though.
He was tired. He was lit. It was like in 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when they shot that. They had to wait. They had made the decision to shoot it. Let me tell you how big and bad they are. At 10 o'clock that night, they decided we finna shoot this Red Table Talk because we got to get on top of this story. Because he was like, it's out there now. We might as well address it. Ain't no sense in us not coming. No, let's go on and address it and talk about it. And so they made a decision at 10 o'clock at night. 1 o'clock in the morning, the crew and everybody was there. He was tired. He was sleepy. He was ready to go to bed. He's over 50, y'all. I'm 40. I'm in my 40s, and guess what? My bedtime is I'm just saying, he was tired. So he wasn't crying, he wasn't hurt, he was tired. So with that being said, he discussed that he and Jada decided to have an open relationship many years ago. The reason being is because he was saying traditionally that's all he's ever saw is a traditional marriage. Husband, wife, I'm with you, you with me, we in this together. That's kind of what the thought process always has been for him. That's how he saw his life. Jada never really wanted this. Matter of fact, Jada didn't even want the wedding. Jada was like, we can go to the justice of the peace and do what we need to do. I don't want this big wedding. She did the wedding because that's what he wanted. The house that they have, the compound that they have, because the kids each got a house on their property as well. So that's like, it's hundreds of acres of land that the kids, they got houses for the kids. So the kids get to go to their house and they get to stay in their house. So it's a compound. It ain't no, this house. No. I don't know if Trey got a house over there, but I know Jada and Jaden and Willow have houses on the property. Okay. So she didn't want that. She thought it was really dumb for them to spend all that money on that house. She just didn't like it. The other thing was, I think for her 40th birthday, he did like this thing where he got like all her family history. He showed this big old video, and he thought she was gonna love it because I got this history, I did all this research, I did blah 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 blah. And what a lot of us would think would be sweet, she didn't like it because she said it reminded her of some things she didn't want to go through. So here is what I surmised from this before I get into this relationship thing. Jada ain't happy at all. She's not happy. She's just not happy. So with that being said, he said that they decided to have an open relationship because their marriage is and they got on Red Table Talk and talked about it, but they didn't really spell it out like he's spelling it out in this article. They decided to have an open relationship. They might have some rules and regulations too. He didn't go into those details, but because they says that's what works best for their marriage. They ain't getting divorced because they made a decision as a couple. Divorce is not an option. We gonna be in this to the day one of us die, both of us die. We gonna be in it. But the unconventional part of it is what he had to adjust to, because in his mind he wanted to be Superman. He wanted to provide for his family. He wanted to do this, and he felt like he should give this to her. This is what I got from the article. I'm not quoting him verbatim because it seems like she basically dimmed her lights for his, if that makes sense. I'm going to do all 100 million movies and guest appearances on shows and this, that, and the third. And yeah, you could just be at the house and take care of the kids. That's fine. It was things that she said she wanted to do in her career. One case in point, she has a band. Her band was set to open up for Motley Crue, one of those big rock and roll bands. She didn't do it because he took a movie role. He had to go to shoot the movie. It was certain other instances where his career basically overshadowed hers. If that makes sense. And so he said it wasn't working. She was not happy, and because she wasn't happy, he wasn't happy. So they made a decision to have an open relationship. When he said so, just because the August Alsina stuff has come out, don't think Will said he ain't dipped his stick in no potato salad. He done had him some strange out there as well. Basically, is what he has said, because that's the parameters of their relationship. They have an open relationship. Just the thing is, Jada thought, I guess she had little August wrapped around her finger, and he wasn't gonna open his mouth to say nothing. Instead of her doing what Will does and get a damn NDA. So it's the unconventionalism of their relationship. And there are people who have it. Now keep in mind, let me say this. I am not a judger of what you do and how you do what you do with who you do it with. I don't
Mhm.
care about that. I'm not no open relationship type of girl. That's not who I am. Okay. Now, some of us, now let me say this, some of y'all in open relationships, whose TV is in the background? Okay. Paul said he hear your TV. We've established this. You just coming in. Um Oh, you done tagged Wendy, get off the camera, Paul. That's not right. Um Will, Will and Jada's situation works for some people. Some of us are in open relationships and you don't even know it. You know, you might not have agreed to the terms, but they didn't agree to terms with other people. I'm not an open relationship type of chick. I like my man for me and me for my man, and that's it. I don't think that that would be something that I would be into. But there are people who that works for them. That works for their situation. What do you think about this, Wendy? I don't like this look on your face. I just don't like the look on your face.
I really don't. I'm just. I'm not.
You
I'm
seem
just like.
annoyed.
I am annoyed. This. All of this. I mean, I'm like. There's real problems out there. That's.
I mean, there are, and and let me say this: people have speculated about their relationship for several years. They've never opened their mouths and said anything. The situation with August Alsina came out, and that's what happened. He took this. What you say? The only thing I'm opening. Oh God. I don't think this ever would have came out had that situation not happened. People have been destroying Jada since that August thing. Like they have not let it go.
But here's my thing about it. It's their marriage,
It's their marriage.
and you make the rules in your own marriage. Because what
Absolutely.
may work for you may not work for other. What may
Absolutely.
not work for me. So
Hmm.
that's why I'm like, I don't care about this. I really don't.
I got you. I got you. Well, you can check out the article um in GQ magazine with Will and see all the pictures of Will in the magazine and his little outfit changes and stuff. I am interested in seeing him. They said he did an excellent job in King Richard. I don't know when that comes out.
It's
The
gonna come out on HBO Max.
I know it's coming out on HBO Max, but I don't know when it comes out. But they're giving him Oscar buzz. So he's been nominated. I don't think Will has ever won an Oscar or a Golden Globe. So I think if he's gonna get it now, probably is gonna be the time for this movie because he does dramatic roles well.
Hmm.
To me, I don't know if anybody has ever seen his first movie that he did. This was before he left the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. It's called 6 Degrees from Separation.
Hmm.
Excellent job. And I was like, this boy can actually act like you act silly on a sitcom, and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And of course, that episode with his daddy, bailed on
Hmm.
him or whatever. That was you got to see some acting chops there. But no, when I
Hmm.
saw that movie, I said, this man finna be a movie star. I don't care what nobody say. Forget the DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. He ain't finna rap no more. He might do a little something here and there. He about to be an actor. So I knew that about him. And he does the dramatic roles well. I love it. He's versatility, that sort of thing. A lot of people sleep on him. But he does an excellent job. So I cannot wait to see King Richard on HBO Max. Um, and maybe we'll review it once it comes out. I don't know when it comes out. When do you know when it come out?
Yeah, I'm thinking. November.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. But maybe we should do a review. November 19th. It comes out November 19th. So
Yes, the
yes,
movie
the
was
movie was Stockard Channing,
Stockard Channing.
Paul. Yeah. Um. Okay. I can't wait to see this. This is gonna be good. Very, 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 very good. I can't wait to see it. So y'all check out the GQ article. Lots of tea being spilled. He didn't want to name names about anybody that he had slept with. He wanted to respect those people's privacy. Um, Probably the NDA said, I ain't gonna tell it if you don't tell it, or I ain't gonna tell it and you better not tell it because I'm gonna sue you if you tell it. That type of thing. So at any rate, so I really hope Jada finds happiness because I don't think that girl is happy at all. I just really don't feel like she is. Will seems to be a happy person, just genuinely happy, and she seems to be the total opposite of that. So I enjoy Red Table Talk, I definitely do, but I really want her to find some happiness somewhere, Jesus, somewhere. But yes, all right, Wendy. I know I can guess what's bugging you, but
Some of
maybe you want to
everything.
share with the group, huh?
Everything is bugging me. Everything is bugging me right now. I'm just not in a mental space right now to be just perky happy. I don't want to fake it today.
Gotcha. Uh, what is bugging me? I have anything bugging me?
We already talked about bad Memphis
Yeah, I
drivers.
think we talked about bad Memphis drivers a couple of episodes back. I don't think I have anything specifically bugging me.
That's
Um,
good.
no, not really. Not today. We'll come back. Maybe somebody be bugging me next week. We'll pray. Pray my strength in the Lord. Yeah. Um, but yes, nothing bugging us today. My flyer is not ready, but Wednesday, October the 13th, your good sis, me,
Hmm.
will be performing on October the 13th. It's my birthday is on October the 11th, so it will be my birthday show. Um, Shy Glass Hour at Smooth Living, 1263 Winchester Road. Doors open at 7. Make sure you're there to get you some food and get on them drinks. We turning up. It's a celebration. So make sure y'all are in the building for that. I want y'all to come out and celebrate with me if you
Hmm.
can. So we can turn up and have a good old time. All right. So my birthday and my flyer should be done by next week. So we'll be good to go there. Um, Wendy, you got anything coming up?
No.
Okay. Well, Wendy, tell them how they can reach you.
Okay, you can go onto my Facebook, Wendy Edingbourgh Smith. My Instagram is at vlux76, and my website is www.maryk.com/WEDINGBOURGH.
Okay. Heather's you can reach her at Heather's Passion Academy on Facebook and YouTube, and her website, HeathersPassionAcademy.com. You guys can reach me on Facebook at Vicskeyas Faith More, Instagram at Vicskeyas Faith, and Twitter at Vicskeyas Faith. You can reach out to The Size Up on Facebook at The Size Up, Instagram at The Size Up 2102, our YouTube channel, um, which is The Size Up Official Podcast. You also can email us at thesizeup2102 at gmail.com. Make sure when you guys go to YouTube that you hit the notification bell. Um, you share, you like our posts. Go and watch and get caught up. We have the majority of our podcast episodes from 2020 up until now are on YouTube. So make sure you go over there. If y'all do catch us live, we would like for y'all to catch us live from YouTube instead of Facebook. We go on Facebook because we got friends and stuff that just y'all are just diehard Facebook people. But we want you guys to go over to the YouTube and check us out. Watch the playback of the video. If you missed something, go back and watch it from the beginning. Like, share, get that notification bell so you'll be notified on YouTube. And you can listen to our podcast on Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, SoundCloud. Thank you guys for joining us on today. If y'all would join us again next Sunday, same time, same place. And join in on the conversation. We will be back here tomorrow night for its own. The podcast where we talk about television, movies, that sort of thing. We do reviews and everything on that. We're still into the fall season, but we are going to delve into Big Brother tomorrow. I think it's only fitting that we talk about that show. They made history. I'm super excited about it. So make sure you guys tune in when we talk about it, and delve into it. We're going to do our weekly roundup of shows that we watch on a regular basis, and welcome some other shows into the fold. I don't think we had anything new premiered this past week. I know next week, Lethal.
Was Saturday Night Live premiered?
Oh, it surely did. I didn't watch it. I have to go back and watch it. The Equalizer season 2 premieres next Sunday, so I'm excited about that. So they're coming slowly but surely. CSI Las Vegas is supposed to be premiering too this month. So we got some more premieres coming up for the fall. So make sure y'all tune in to It's On. We're here about 7ish live. You'll get the notification prior to that. And that's all, folks. Wendy, you don't have anything else?
No.
Well, we about to be out of here. Y'all have a great day. Bye.
Bye.